I'm OEA President Scott Tomorrow. Time for my update. This past weekend, the OEA Board of Directors came together virtually, of course, and did some really powerful work on a number of fronts, including reaffirming our 4 strategic priorities as an organization and establishing clear measures for how we're assessing our progress and really tracking the way that we are meeting those goals of the organization. Number 1, building local capacity. Number 2, educating and organizing our members to advocate for strong public schools. Number 3, becoming a go-to resource for our members on professional issues. And number 4, advocating for social, racial, and economic justice. All of these things are critical. They guide our work, and I'm so proud of the work of our Strategic Priorities Oversight Committee, the board, and our staff who came together to really chart a clear path forward in all of those areas. Speaking of social and racial justice, we were very disappointed last week that the Ohio State Board of Education made the decision to rescind its previous anti-racist resolution. Our work is not over. Systemic racism is a reality in this state, and we as educators have a responsibility to attend to issues of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And so we're going to continue to do that work. We're going to advocate in every way that we can for the needs of our students, our Black, our Brown, our students of color, our Indigenous students, everyone, all of our students, to make sure that we are addressing inequities in the system, and we're doing what we can to overcome them. One way that we're doing that is to be engaged in legislative issues and also be engaged at the local level. We have to make sure that we are electing local leaders to school boards who understand the importance of attending to the needs of every single student. We believe in great public schools for every single child in the state of Ohio. We have to make sure that we're electing people who share those values, not people who are promoting a national radical agenda that will take us off that course. So encourage you to pay attention to who your local association is supporting. Get behind those candidates. Do what you can in the next 2 weeks, because there's only 2 weeks left until Election Day, and ensure that Election Day is victorious for public education in the state of Ohio. Last night, we were very, very sad to lose a longtime leader of our organization. George Gonzalez was a high school Spanish teacher from King's High School, a leader in the King's Education Association. He served for 8 years on the OEA Board of Directors and was recently appointed to the Educator Standards Board to advocate for educators across the state. Just devastated by his sudden loss, but we pay tribute to George. He's one of the most passionate, committed, kind, caring, energetic people that I had the opportunity to know. His wife, Karen, also a teacher in the King's School District, and his daughter, Lucy, a student at King's High School. Our thoughts are with them, with the entire King's community. And we remember all of our members whose lives have been cut short too soon. It is a time, I think, to stop, to reflect, to recognize that we are certainly in challenging times, but it is so important that we are there for one another, that we stand up with and for one another, and we do all we can to stay focused on our mission, but just remember that as human beings, we really need that connection to one another. So our thoughts and prayers go out to George's family, to his colleagues, to his students, to everyone across the state who knew him and were touched by him. That's what I have for this week. I hope you make it a good week.